Hey there, this is not a full review, this is only a pre-movie, post-movie, should you watch, which is spoiler free, and initial thoughts. Here's a spoiler warning for the post-movie and initial thoughts section, and now, here's the pre-movie review. Pre-movie reviews, okay. We're in the film, okay.
Okay, so I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, I've heard people saying it's great, and I feel like people who say it's bad are like chuds who don't actually understand the Backrooms. And also, it looks scary from like the clips that I've seen, so yeah.
All I've heard from Freddy that is good, so I'm gonna trust Freddy.
Is this a TADC movie?
Post-movie.
It turns out it wasn't TADC, it was a Backrooms movie.
I was shaking the whole time. I probably pissed myself a couple of times, but absolutely amazing story. Just like figure out that the guy was like the monster all along.
I think it's confusing. It's not that good. Like, for clarity, there's some things that could be changed that would make it better, but I think for a first film, that was amazing. That's like his first film. He's like 19 when he was making it. He's just the goat. Kane Parsons.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I love that guy. I love his whole story, his whole style. I love everything.
I sort of get the story, but like, it's a bit confusing. I'll figure it out as I'm going through. All right, bye. Should you watch? Well, this movie is a 15, so anyone under 15, I guess you're not allowed to watch it. Now, I'd say this movie has some pretty good horror. It's not like shit your pants horror, but it's pretty good. It nails liminal space, as you might expect. I mean, Kane Parsons is a genius when it comes to that. But it is very confusing. You might not understand it at first, but if you think about it for about like 3 days, you'll probably get it. There is a lot of unanswered questions in the movie, but if you watch the Backrooms videos by Kane Pixels, I'll put a link in the description, it might make a little more sense. Sometimes the movie feels a little slow, but also a little fast at times, if you can believe that. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So, let's get on to these initial thoughts, starting with Freddy.
I think the Backrooms film was really good, but I had one main issue. I'll start with the good though. The main character was really well written. The atmosphere was unmatched, and I think the best part, there was no shitty bacteria monster. I know everyone wanted it because it was like, it's just become a bit of a staple of the Backrooms now, but I don't like it. Maybe that's unpopular, but I don't really care. And his take on how the Backrooms works, I think was really smart and original. But now for my issue. I think the pacing was way too fast at some points, and then too slow at others. At the start of the film, I think it was quite slow, but by the end, the scene where the therapist was looking for him in specific, it was just too fast, I think. Especially the scene where he, knocked her out. I felt like there was no build up to her just sitting at the table there. I felt like there should have been. I just think it was a bit fast. But those are my initial thoughts.
Okay, I'll start with some good stuff. The concept of the Backrooms being like a corrupted memory is so sick. It creates an amazing like deja vu kind of vibe, and it really just doubles down on that liminal space kind of idea. The plot twist, well, the kind of plot twist with Clark becoming the monster is insane, and that cyclical like structure thing where they repeat lines at the end is crazy. Chiwetel Ejiofor, I completely botched that, I'm so sorry. His acting was elite, and I think we need to see more of him. Rip Bobby and Kat with the insanely quick death. Honestly, Bobby's death actually made the movie so much more scary, because it's the first time we find out that something is actually in the Backrooms, and that they're actually in danger. Now, for some constructive criticism. Look, I love Kane Parsons. I respect him so much. He's done something that I couldn't dream of. He's become a director at the age of 19/20, which is exactly what I want to do, but probably won't be doing. But being young has its limits. Some scenes felt like YouTube videos, which makes sense. I mean, he started on YouTube, but they just dragged on a bit too long without much actually happening. Also, the confusing stuff. I'm literally gonna have to watch a YouTube video to understand this movie. So that's my initial thoughts. Subscribe for the full review. And with that, this has been Cinema Games Tales. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.